Perhaps the most public-facing ICE detainee in Minnesota was released a couple days ago, and today he talked about it. I'm talking about Omar Jamal, a longtime activist in our Somali community. Jamal was convicted in Tennessee for immigration fraud in 2005. That matters because 20 years later, now, documents show those played a role in his detention by ICE. Here's Sammy with what we know tonight.
Omar Jamal spent about a month detained by ICE in the facility behind me here in Albert Lea. He hasn't talked with the media until today and says the reason for him stepping forward is to dispel myths that those detained here are treated badly.
Jamal is a well-known community advocate and a liaison for the Somali community in the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. His lawyer announced he was released after a, quote, mutually agreed upon settlement, resulting in a court order directing his release, adding, "We are grateful to our local U.S. Attorney's Office and local ICE personnel for working professionally and cooperatively."
My purpose here today is solely to focus on the wrong narratives that people would like to talk about the work and the service, the Sheriff Department.
With Freeborn Sheriff Ryan Shea and Jail Administrator Mike Stasko by his side, Jamal commended their leadership of the ICE detention center housed in their county facility.
If you can believe it, we have a lunch and then we go out for soccer. We play games, soccer, basketball. We come back.
We asked about how he feels about ICE activity, but says he couldn't comment now, but will once his new memoir comes out, and encouraged people to buy it.
That's one of the things I'll be able to write about.
Jamal has made countless media appearances over the decades, commenting on issues impacting the Somali community. His boss, Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher, even vouched for him after his ICE arrest. But he is also a polarizing figure, drawing criticism from his participation in Project Veritas segments, alleging voter fraud in Minneapolis. Jamal backtracked in later interviews.
I think her arrest is shocking and out of the ordinary.
Antonia Aguilar Maldonado is one example of scrutiny of ICE detention facilities across Minnesota. Her lawyer says the mother was nursing at the time. She said at first a pump wasn't available at the facility in the Kandiyohi County Jail. And once one was, staff told her there was no way to refrigerate her milk.
As long as I've been an immigration attorney, ICE agents don't arrest pregnant or nursing mothers. And they have an ICE policy that, that states that they don't do that.
The facility that housed Jamal has also faced criticism. After the detention of a Mankato student, a group of pastors and professors expressed concern over access to food and medical care and demanded to see the facility. They were denied, but were granted a meeting with jail officials back in May.
And I know that we've had different groups, religious groups or media groups that wanted to bring cameras into our facility to film what the conditions are, and just with security risks, we can't accept that.
It was pretty much very decent. By the way, I'd like to remind you, it was not a hotel, okay? I wasn't staying in Sheraton Hotel.
So that's Omar Jamal's experience in his own words. Jamal and his lawyer said they're not going to talk about the terms of the settlement either. We reached out to ICE to ask about it. They didn't send us a statement. Jamal says he's confident he's going to stay in the United States.